Hello everybody and welcome to ESL Revolution, another video for us today on the Zoom program. This is an extended series that both myself and Eric are putting together for you, the DCU teachers, but also of course for anybody out there who is engaged in online teaching right now because of course of coronavirus and that sort of thing. So we want to provide you a little bit more in-depth information on how to use the Zoom channel and the Zoom program and what we can do to really make the Zoom classroom more user-friendly for teachers and for students. And with me today, of course, is Eric. Hello, Eric. Welcome back to the channel.
Hi. Thanks for having me.
All right, so today in this particular video, we're going to be talking about screen share and annotation. And we're going to be doing that kind of side by side because these two things do work very well together. And it's not going to be very long, short video, just a few minutes to help you navigate this system. So let me first pull up a PPT for us over here. There we go. All right, so the file, the screen share. Okay, this is the first one, the screen share. Now, as you can see, Eric and I are in the room together, and I'm going to open up screen share, and I want to where's my PPT? It does not seem to come up. Let me try this one. There we go. Is that are you getting the PPT?
Can see it.
Okay, great. So you can see that the file has to be on the screen in order, or it has to be active on the screen in order for you to share it. Now, of course, this is the file. I can click on slideshow. And I can go from the beginning, and you can see up at the top here, it gives, it actually has another drop-down menu that gives you some more functions in the screen share section of this. So, so we have here's the stop video. We don't need to worry about that. There's more settings down here. Now the breakout rooms here is another facet to the share file, and we have talked about that in another video, and you can see the link right there above. But reason why this is really helpful is because if you are teaching from a PPT, all of the students can see that PPT simultaneously, which is a great little tool. Now, it's not just PPT, however. You can bring up a YouTube video. You can have a YouTube video playing so that everybody can see that simultaneously. You want to make sure there's an issue with audio settings, though, that you want to make sure that those settings are correct. We won't go into that right now, but it is a feature that you need to be aware of. But of course, the other thing that is really helpful is the idea of this annotate button. Okay, now if we click on that, you get another drop-down menu with all sorts of little things that you can do on screen, and that the students can see things that you are doing. So I've set the format at 72, and I'm going to go red as my color just to make things pop because my PPT is blue. So I'm here, and today we are going to do facts and opinions. So I can do all sorts of things on screen that the students then, as Eric is seeing, he's seeing exactly what I'm doing, and he's giving me the thumbs up on the screen, and I've seen that he is actually responding with those emoticons. Yay! So it's great that way. Now, of course, I can go to the clear. Now, I have three choices here. I can clear all the drawings, which means students can do this as well. They can write something on the screen, or my drawings, or the viewer's drawings. So if I want to go ahead and just clear the screen, boop, there we go. It's off and running. Now I want to change the PPT. I go ahead and hit my enter button. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to focus on these 4 teaching things in the class, 1, 2, 3, 4, learning outcomes. So I can circle this as I'm talking to highlight to the student what in fact I'm talking about. And then I can say, okay, we're going to be understanding the difference between fact and opinion. We're also going to be talking about the language that we use when we are speaking about opinions and facts. And lastly, things to help us with the expression of our ideas, most notably planning. Now, let's say Eric has a question. He can then, on his end, put a little asterisk beside number 2. If you go ahead and do that.
Yeah, so how it works from my end, what I see is you go to the top and it says view options. You click on view options, and actually the students, if you've got the settings right, you can actually go to annotate too. So I can, if you've got that set up, the students can say, oh, teacher, I don't understand too. So I can perhaps use a stamp, or I can use a heart. I can also write something in here. Eric doesn't know. I can basically also, on whatever Ben shared, I can also go out and draw on it. And if Ben wants to clear that, he can clear that too. So I can, while he's busy, I can also use annotation too. But you have to put on the settings. And if you don't like what I'm doing, and if you want to go back, then you can just clear that. But I think you should also talk about the save option.
Yes. Okay. So the save option, this is to
save the screen.
Yeah, it's a save screen. Thank you. The word wasn't coming out of my mouth. So what I want to do is, it says screen saved, show in folder. Now, if you don't know where these files are being located, that's okay. You click on it, show in folder, and then what's going to come up is a screenshot, and it's going to go into whatever folder you have your Zoom recordings in. Okay, so if you are recording video and it's going to a specific folder, your screenshots are also going to go in that same folder. So it's a way for you to screenshot certain things if there's a question, or if there's a highlight that you want to make people aware of. You can then upload those highlight shots and screenshots to your students in LMS, and that way the students can recall and remember what it is that you've talked about. So this idea of screen share and annotation actually can be mutually supportive to you and the students at the same time. Now, I'm just using PPT as an example of what you can share, but you can basically share any file. A YouTube video you can share on screen, so you can watch the video simultaneously. A PPT, a Word document maybe that has some questions on it that you want students to be aware of. All of that can be shared through that share button, and you just pick on screen number 2, boop, and there you go. But you got to make sure that the file is open on your computer in order for that to pop up. Now, if you are running, here's one last hint, and then I'll stop. If you are running dual monitors, if you're on a desktop and you're running dual monitors, 2 monitors, you can have the screen share on one monitor, and you can have the recording program Zoom on the other screen. If you are running one monitor, then you can just have all of the files ready to go on your screen. You'll have Zoom, PPT is screen 2, YouTube video is screen 3, book is screen 4, and you can just toggle through those simultaneously. So it doesn't matter whether you have one or two screens, this system does work, okay? Eric, do you have anything to add to this?
Yeah, I think this share screen is the best way to share our PPTs and the things we want our students to see and read. Annotations allows us to actually visually show and allows the students also to write on the PPT, on the video, on anything, and they can save that screen for later if they need to. Yeah, this is probably one of the most useful functions, just sharing the content with your students through share screen.
Absolutely, yep. Cool. Okay, so that covers 2 extra aspects, the share screen file, and of course we have the sharing, the annotation where we can physically mark the screen for the students' purposes. So thank you very much, Eric. This has been a pleasure. Wonderful to have you aboard for ESL Revolution. And to all the DCU teachers, if you do happen to have any further questions, please, by all means, let us know, either myself or Eric on the Facebook page, and we will be happy to help you out. For ESL Revolution and for Eric, thank you very much. And remember, be the revolution. Peace, everybody.